going to talk about this today. Before I started my career at the dealership, which was in 1977, I used to work on motorcycles for guys, but before I did, I'd always order the service manual, so I know what I was talking about. This is one of the manuals I ordered years ago. You see it came from Norfolk Motorcycles, Junction Routes 115, 1A, Norfolk, Mass. If you ever heard of that. Apparently I got it from mail order. I want to show you some things, how motorcycles evolve. This is a British bike, of course. They used to spell tires T-Y-R-E-S when I first started working on motorcycles. Tires. Parts were called spares. You needed the spare department. They wanted you to clean your chain with paraffin. Paraffin is what we call kerosene. Here's another one here. Here's how they spell carburetor. Carburetor. It's actually E-T, 1-T-O-R today. And another big problem here, a big problem they used to have was periodically you'd have to, quote, decoke the engine. You'd have to take the cylinder head off and actually get rid of all the carbon. The carbon was from the lead. There was a lot of it. That was a common thing on British bikes, decoking. High maintenance, very high maintenance. And of course, there was the infamous electrical system, which was made by Lucas, L-U-C-A-S, also known as the Prince of Darkness, because they would fail often. One of the things that happened to them is the insulation on their wires, when exposed to heat or any kind of hydrocarbon, gas or oil, the insulation would actually snap, just like a dried out twig, snap, and you can hear it. Or a pretzel, snap, just like that. They were very, very, well, they were the Prince of Darkness, Lucas. And they supplied electrics to most British bikes as far as I know. Back then, the Norton was actually the Cadillac of British bikes. Instead of gaskets, they would actually use O-rings in their covers, which is high tech back then. And, so that's the past of motorcycles. These are the motorcycles that started working on years ago. When I was born in 1953, you could look out your window and you would see 0 Japanese motorcycles as far as I know. Doing none. But there were plenty of BSAs, Triumphs, Harley Davidsons, of course, Nortons, and other European bikes. There were some American bikes around too, Indians, and stuff like that, but this is where it started. I have a big collection of these service manuals. I'll show you some more. And Harley Davidson too, old Harley Davidsons. Just thought I'd tell you that. That's it for today.